KingHulk here. We have a great show ahead of you today. Joining me will be Nightingale, and later in the episode we do an interview with the lovely Miss AnniKa. She is one of the founders and creators of flirtywork.com. Great camera website. So be sure to stay tuned for that. I know we got a long episode for you today, but I gotta tell you, we had a great interview, and it's kind of hard to cut anything out when it's such a great interview. So without further ado, welcome to FetCast. So today we're discussing webcams.
Awesome.
May or may not have something to do with our newest sponsor.
Yeah, couldn't imagine. I've always wanted to do webcam.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think it'd be fun to get like 2 GoPros and stick them in my shower. And just let people watch as I shower. Doing all the weird shit that I do in the shower. I'll completely forget about it and I'm going to get these messages. You did that in the shower.
Well, you took my GoPro into the shower before.
And I peed and freaked you out.
That and the heat kind of fogged up the waterproof case a little.
Yeah, that was... and then it ran out because it was from the pool. We had a bunch of footage of like the family, and then we went and I did showers. And like 5 minutes in, it died. Yeah. Now it sucked.
Well, that it might shut off due to the heat.
Oh.
You're a little too hot for it.
I'm too hot for the camera. So it seems like there's a lot of porn on the internet, but I think pretty much the whole of the internet is porn. The whole of the internet is porn.
I think the first image ever put on the internet was pornographic in nature.
Oh, really?
But I think it might have been one of those images where it's like comprised of just symbols and letters and stuff. I know this one. I've seen Star Wars in this format.
Like Matrix style, where it's just the symbols create the images?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool. So the one thing that kind of stops me from wanting to do camming...
What's that?
Family finding it. Of course, because my extended family is on the extreme Christian side, I have pretty good ammo of, and why were you on a porn site? So King never found an article this week, and I haven't.
No, I found a really good article.
It's just really long.
It's just really long, and it's kind of tough to sum up, so hopefully next week we'll be talking about it.
Okay. So I remembered I happened to be on Facebook, and I saw this one. And it was man discovers his niece is a porn star, and he didn't take it very well, apparently. So he was on this site where
to be fair, who would take that well?
Exactly. I could imagine any of my uncles finding me and...
Everyone loves porn.
Everyone. Well, my extended family thinks that porn is evil and the reason why people break up. Again, they're really Christian. So apparently he was on this barely legal girls site.
Hey, barely legal, still legal.
Exactly.
Just barely.
So he was very distraught when it panned over to this girl giving a blowjob, and it's his niece. And he starts blowing up the comment section with, like, how dare you, that's my niece, and all these other comments. And at one point, everyone else starts firing back because it's a porn site, so they're taking it and turning it really dirty. And at one point, he's like, I gave you piggyback rides. And someone goes, oh, I'd give her a piggyback ride. And he threatened to expose her to the whole family and everything. And I think the boyfriend wound up getting in touch with him and like, just remember, you're on a site. Oh, I've stumbled upon it accidentally, and you accidentally created an account called Big Dick Stefan and started loving on chick videos, barely legal videos, and he was like, oh, okay. I could imagine my...
Well, how would you react if you were on a porn site and you saw a family member on there?
Call him up. Hey, that's really cool that you do that. I do this. You want to listen to the podcast I'm part of?
Touche.
Exactly. You're talking to the wrong person here. I have family that got me into this.
I think your reaction would be more like if you saw a family on like a porn site. I think your reaction would be more like, why didn't you tell me so I know not to go there?
Exactly.
That's the real issue.
Right.
Could have used a heads up.
Yeah. I don't know, kind of depends on the person. What? I'm just kidding. I'm gonna get bombarded by family scenario weirdos now.
Hey, no one's a weirdo. They're just
This is true.
in their own thing.
Because my cousin brought me into this, the dom, he would always ask, so, there's no way you and your cousin, no, we're cousins. Oh, you're third cousins. It doesn't matter. It's still weird. I could only imagine.
See, now I have no reason to visit that state.
Colorado. Oh.
I think he had a general reaction a lot of uncles would probably have had.
I'm reading through some of his comments. She's not a fuck doll. She's a beautiful girl. She's not an escort. She's my little niece. Stop watching. It's my niece. I'm reporting everyone here. You're all sick. If you don't stop watching, I'm putting my foot up your ass. I used to give you piggyback rides. This is disgusting. He spelled is wrong.
Well, he's typing fast and angrily.
This is true. I don't know. I guess it would depend on the uncle that found me. I mean, on my father's side, I would just kind of feel really embarrassed that they found me. But on my mother's side, it's easy to go, and why were you there? Exactly. So shut up.
This kind of reminds me of a story from years ago when I was working at a movie store. Mm-hmm. That was one of my favorite jobs, working at the movie store, but there are times when we just get bored while at work. Mm-hmm. So me and this other employee, we would just look up random people's rental histories.
Uh-huh.
Hope this isn't in breach of any video store clerk rental user confidentiality.
Are there still video stores out there, or has Netflix and Hulu killed them finally?
It wasn't them that took it down. I want to say it was more Redbox that took it down.
This is also true, yeah.
But when I was working at the store, we still had VHS tapes also.
Oh my god.
This was at the decline of VHS.
So you're right there at Blu-ray. The cusp, yeah.
It was like literally, I was working there one summer, went back the next year to work, and it was no longer there.
Wow.
So we're just looking at random people looking at their rental history. And this one day, a family member of mine came in and returned a movie.
And you got curious?
And so again, I had to look up the rental history. And it was after this that I realized you should never look up family members' rental history at a video store. Mm-hmm. Normal stuff, and then got to the porn section. That's fine. Everyone rents porn.
Yeah. The type of porn, though.
But then the title of one of them was... It was a title in which I could never look at them the same ever again.
Was it gay porn? Nothing against that.
No,
there's nothing against that.
It wasn't gay porn. It was like daddy-daughter porn.
Oh, did he have girls?
You go to my safe place.
This is poor King. I did have to help once. My dad, he shut up. He had rented animated Japanese porn, and he was really disappointed that it had subtitles. I'm like, Dad, you gotta look at the back, and right here it'll tell you if it has English dubbed.
But if you're watching porn, does it really care what they're saying?
I don't know. But yeah, I was like, well, yeah, it says right there that it's not dubbed. He was really disappointed.
Did he really care that much about the plot?
Apparently it was a pretty cool plot story.
Well, why didn't he just read the subtitles then?
I don't know. I don't want to think about why.
Was it tentacle porn?
No. I need to find good tentacle porn, though. I love tentacle porn. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging you.
It's a judge-free zone, mofo.
So you always wanted to try webcamming?
I have.
Wait, you have tried it?
No. Well, with you through Skype.
And then I secretly record you.
Yeah, thanks for that.
What,
No, I have. I thought it would be interesting.
You didn't mind.
I don't know if I could be like the kind where, I'm getting feedback from the viewers. I think then I would be a little too shy for it. But
all webcam sites nowadays, there's that interactivity between people.
I think if it just had like a camera in my shower, and occasionally I would bring my dildo in there with me, which is for sale on our Amazon store. And
the actual one?
No, that'd be gross.
Well, not some people.
I mean, it's boiled clean. Hey, I would gladly... You keep joking about it. I really want to do underwear selling. I will gladly sell my dirty undies to you perverted listeners. So if you're interested, hit King up and let me know if you want to buy my dirty undies.
You already said you did laundry today.
I did just do laundry, yeah.
Might have to wait a while.
Well, yeah. We'd have to build up enough. If we got enough people going, I want Nightingale's dirty undies. I'd be like, all right, I guess I gotta go buy some undies. They're all thongs, just so everyone knows. Actually, right now I don't have any undies on.
And you're not wearing your adult onesie pajamas either.
They were getting kind of warm. They're my Oscar the Grouch ones. They're really cool. Vanilla Bear bought them I gave him a tarot reading, so he bought me an adult onesie pajama set. I love Oscar. This is my grandfather. He loved Oscar, so I have to love Oscar. What?
All right, so let's say you're doing webcam. What do you think your webcam name would be?
Nightingale.
You want to get creative?
No.
No?
I'm Nightingale on everything else.
Yeah, that's true.
So, might as well be on there too.
But you wouldn't want to do... You would just rather be watched and not be interactive at all?
I might be interactive. I could see it. I mean, I guarantee at one point someone's going to go, put it in your butt, and I'm going to be like, nothing goes in my butt. And then everyone will be like, I'm not watching her anymore. She won't put shit in her butt. She won't deep throat her dick. I don't deep throat either. There are hard limits that I refuse to cross. King, would you join me on the cam videos? Doesn't work that way?
No, it doesn't work that way.
Oh, boo. It's a shame I don't have Big Blue anymore. I just suction cup them to the side of the shower and fuck myself in the shower.
See, get a new one.
I should get a new one. If you want to buy me one, I will create a Nightingale Amazon list and people can buy me shit. That's the other thing I've always wanted to do, but I'm too embarrassed to do it.
What?
Is I'll send you dirty videos and stuff if you buy me shit on Amazon. I miss my double-ended. I really do. I probably still have that and not Big Blue. See, the girlfriend that we bought Big Blue and the double-ended together, and she kept the double-ended even though I bought it.
She was already planning on moving on.
I know, right? And then she gave me Big Blue because she didn't like the fact that it had balls. It was creepy, she said. And then Big Blue started melting my other toys when I'd stick them in my bag. I don't know, it would react and then it melt the side of one of them into it and it had this, and I was like, I don't even want this in me now. It's kind of scary.
Are you sure it wasn't melting things because of you?
Shut up, no.
Is that what your fluids do? Melt plastic? Are you an X-Men?
Maybe.
That's the worst superpower.
I know, my vagina shoots acid. Oh yeah, feel my stick. That would be like the worst squirt scene ever.
You're part alien.
Duh. You just start fingering the girl and then she squirts and it hits you in the face and then your face starts melting off. Wow, we turned it. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween.
No, but I think I just got an idea for like a horror porn video.
It'll have tentacle porn and
girl
squirting acid. And
somebody fists you, out come a skeleton hand.
Oh my god. Or all of a sudden it's a stub because the vagina had teeth and it ate it.
Hey, vaginas can have teeth.
Well, they have those anti-rape inserts for women in like third world countries.
There is a condition where there can be teeth like...
That is fucking cool, and I want to see pictures of this. Just not blue waffles.
But do you really think you could do webcamming?
I think I could.
Would you have the ability? You wouldn't get shy?
I don't think so. Maybe. I mean, in the first few, I probably would be that cute, naive, shy girl. But after a while, I'd be like, watch my titties dance, bitches. That's right. You can't see it, but I'm making them jiggle while we're talking.
I don't know why, but I could see you starting a webcam show off dressed completely like a Mormon. Like one of those like high collar, like all Amishy.
I do want to get a schoolgirl uniform. That would be fun to just start taking off. I would. I think it'd be fun. I mean, I think I would do like two different kinds. I would do like the bathroom where it's just me playing with myself, or in my bedroom playing with myself, and then I don't want to say live action, but live action where I go back and forth. I need a laptop. God damn it. That would be awesome. If you buy me a double-ended dildo, you get to watch Bambi and Nightingale go at it with a possible third surprise guest. Not King.
Not me.
No way. She's cute and tiny and nipple pierced. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. I won't name names just yet. You know you want to watch that.
So we both have this little issue of speaking in public. In public. And then the other day I get a brilliant idea to be like...
Let's do a live show.
So the producer in me goes, it'll be great if we did a munch and did a live recording of it at a munch. That was the producer side of me. And so I kind of go through all the motions and do it. And it wasn't until I'm too far in that I realized
we're socially awkward.
The host of me has to be the one to do this. It's either we're going to pull this together and do it well, or it's going to be a train wreck.
Well, we're going to have, like...
a lot of people that we know. It's open to anybody.
Right.
So anyone can show up too.
New people will come, and if we don't look you in the eye, it's not because we don't like you. It's just that we're
socially awkward, and we're doing a munch record food.
You're gonna see how weird I am. I still have socially anxiety when I eat in public. Am I doing it wrong? Am I eating too fast? Should I be more ladylike? Oh wait, do I give a fuck if I'm not eating ladylike?
Because one thing that we've been stressing since we started the show was munches are key.
Munches are key.
So now we're putting our
foot in our mouth.
Yeah. We're putting it all out on the table. We're going to combine this and a munch.
See, that would have been a good name for it too.
What?
All out on the table.
No, people might take that as wrong, and then we get kicked out from people doing stuff on the table.
Oh. Aw, boo. You mean I can't be a human sushi buffet?
No.
I really want to do that.
You can do that on Friday if you want.
I really want to do this now.
That would be too messy for us to do at a party.
We did wax play. We just need a drop cloth in the front foyer. Towels leading to the shower. I'll just shower afterwards. I want to get those peel apart Twizzlers. And you guys can draw like snakes and shit all over me. And I'm doing it. This is a thing. If you want to see the Nightingale covered in candy, lick it off of her, maybe, if you're allowed. You'll have to be vetted at the vetted party.
Well, the party's already kind of closed.
I know.
Even after I closed, I've been accepting a little more couple people.
I kind of want to do this now.
Because we have such a strong willpower to be like, oh, you can't, we'll fit you in.
It's supposed to be capped at, what, 25?
30.
30?
Well, with this episode of FetCast, we're doing something brand new we're going to be trying out here.
What?
A Skype interview.
Yay!
We're about to be doing our interview with one of the owners or founder of flirtywork.com.
Where you ladies can turn your kink into cash.
So without further ado, just going to cut right into the interview with Miss AnniKa. I'm trying to figure out, do you actually own Flirty Work, or are you just a consultant with them?
No, I actually have been a cam model for several years, and I also coach, and I am the owner and founder of Flirty Work, although we do have other coaches.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's been a really exciting endeavor. I've done a lot of businesses, and I've come from a sales background, so this is something completely different, and I'm really enjoying it.
Well, that's awesome.
Now, how long have you been in webcamming?
I've been cam modeling since April of 2013, and I got started when another model she just paid her rent using this money, and I thought, well, wait a minute, I do naughty things all the time for free. I can get paid for this? And so I started camming for fun, and eventually it started paying me more than my day job, and I thought, wow, if I can really make a career out of this, I bet there are other people who would want to learn how. And so I started teaching other models how they could make money on the internet being naughty.
I'm seeing the wheels slowly turn in Nightingale's head right now.
I've always found it very interesting, camming, and always thought it would be interesting to have like a little hidden camera in the shower as I'm showering and doing naughty things like that.
Oh, it is really fun. In fact, when I started, I would carry my laptop around and it would just follow me around the house. So I would do voyeur shows in the shower. While cooking dinner, I would set it on the ground pointing at upskirt a little bit or vacuuming topless. I think a lot of models feel this overwhelming pressure to be a performer, which is really not the case with webcam modeling. The general consumer of webcam model services, they don't really care for that flashy, full-on makeup, completely fetish attire model. They really are just looking for someone to connect with, someone who is real, and someone that can give them a pornographic experience with a real person. And so you'd be surprised. You mentioned being a shower voyeur. That is a really awesome niche that a lot of models make really great money in. So I say do it, Nightingale.
I really want to. I've borrowed King's GoPro with a waterproof case and had it in there, and we don't know if we ran out of time on it or it just overheated from the hotness that was in the shower. But it only recorded like 5 minutes, and I was very disappointed. I know what you mean when you sorry, hold on. Collect my thoughts for a second.
You okay over there?
I lost my train of thought.
One thing that I find interesting about the impression that people have is that they feel like they need to be some rock star right out the gate. And you would be surprised. Some of our most successful models really aren't rock stars. They don't have it together. How you kind of just had a little brain fart and needed to collect your thoughts, that happens to me about every 20 minutes on cam. Because it's different in the porn industry where everything is pre-recorded and everything's cut and edited and all the models are on point and all the dicks are hard all the time. That's not real life.
Right, and that's why I like watching cams, because it's more natural, not flashy.
Although it can be flashy, and sometimes it is entertaining to put on all of the pizzazz for my clients. But, I built most of my career just showing up with no makeup, and I showed up just to hang out. And while I was building websites or writing blogs or preparing fetish education seminars, I would stream. And it was more of a voyeur experience for many of my clients. They would get my attention with tips or invite me to go private with them. And they were all very respectful. They would be like, hey, are you at a point in your class where you can just stop and help me get my dick off? And I'm like, sure, I would love to do that. So it's been a very interesting way to build my fetish career as well as my modeling career side by side. In fact, most of Flirty Works help articles and the coaching that I do with models is while I am in my stream. So they have an opportunity to talk with me, to interact with me as if they were a client, but also on the side ask questions, on the side, like, what are they really thinking? And what do I really say here? So it's very entertaining to just show up and be myself.
Oh, awesome.
So you do a lot of, how often do you do like fetish shows for people?
Daily. I really enjoy the fetish side of performing. But I think that comes from my fetish background. So about 5 years ago, I got heavily involved in the fetish scene in my local community. And I started attending more classes and munches, and eventually I started building classes and munches. So under my other persona, I was able to teach classes in pet play, in dominance and submission, and I was so fortunate to have a lovely submissive man who earned his rank in my household as my boy. I began my fetish experience before I began my camming experience. And what I found is that it just transferred flawlessly over. The things that I was doing in my household, like high protocols or flogging and caning, throwing needles, things like that, are what people want to see. They just don't know they want to see it because they don't know it exists until you show them or tell them. So it's very fun to get pornography clients who come from major sites like Pornhub.com or FlirtyLiveCamGirls.com who want to just come in here and see what I offer. They're like, what is a cane? What is a flogger? I have no idea what that means. Like, that's really fun.
And then they fall in love with it.
So how does flogging work by your webcam?
It depends on if I'm performing solo or as a couple. I mentioned that I had my boy who was in service to me for a long period of time. After about 2 years, we changed our dynamic, and he's more of a boyfriend now, but he's also my couple's cam performing partner. So if I'm flogging with him on cam, it's very similar to being a voyeur at a play party. We go through the experience of bringing someone up and taking someone down. Now, I find with camming, the biggest difference between being at a play party and being on cam is that once our client gets off and is ready to move on, we're still in headspace. They're done paying, but we're still high and floaty, and we still want to play. And so we find that asking for block sessions, like if you really want to do a full fetish scene where you are actually experiencing the energetic exchange and the technique that flogging has to offer, you need to give us like a 30 or 60 minute block so you can see the whole experience. But if you just want us to like whip each other a little bit and make our skin red and you get off and we move on, that's okay too. That's like 3 to 7 minutes. So it's a different experience depending on who your partner is on the other side of the camera and who your partner is in person. Now, flogging as a solo performer, I very rarely flog as a solo performer. I very rarely take the leather to my own flesh. But what I do is role play as a dominatrix using a flogger on them. So I slap my desk a lot, actually. I got a kinky desk here.
Oh, my.
What's its safe word?
It's my bitch. We don't have safe.
No limit desk. It's a good desk to have.
That's one thing that I find interesting about camming as well, is in the fetish community we have safe words. We have these terms that we use like safe, sane, and consensual, or RAC, risk-aware consensual kink. These are terms that are really not familiar to the vanilla public, and so they don't understand that safe words exist. And sometimes when I take a new client and teach them a little bit about fetish and bring them in, they start to discover websites like FetLife.com and places where you can interact with other kinksters and fetishists, and their mind is completely blown. From that moment forward, they're just like, where do I sign up? I think a lot of us kind of found kink and had that experience, though. Would you agree?
Definitely.
And of course, we've had the influx of people all because of, a certain book.
Yeah. We came from a conservative community, and that movie came out. We set up a booth as a safe play advocate in my local community. We set up a booth and had like SSC literature and what is flogging and are you kinky? Ask us questions. I found it very entertaining at this movie premiere that you're referring to, which was a very popular movie in 2000.
Oh, yeah.
And it had a lot of BDSM themes in it. So BDSM was really popular, right?
Yeah.
We'd have couples come in and, like, one partner, let's just take a male-female couple, for example. They would come in, and one particular couple, the woman wanted to ask us questions, and the man pulled her by the hand away from our booth and was like, we're going into the movie, like, move on. So he was very like, no. But then an hour later, because at this particular theater there was drinking allowed in the theater, he's buzzed, and he's back at our booth asking us questions.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's interesting to watch the vanilla public interact with kinksters, just as much as it is interesting to watch the vanilla public interact with webcam models.
Yeah.
So how did your GoPro session turn out? Did you get good footage?
I got 5 minutes, and I was just starting to go dirty with it, and it cut. So I did this whole scene in the shower, and then I hand him off the GoPro, and he looks at it and goes, I only got 5 minutes. And I think I did like half an hour in the shower.
Oh my goodness. At least it was a hot shower, right?
Yeah.
And you remember to charge up the GoPros.
Yeah, you do.
Well, technical issues are kind of a big deal, especially in live performance and live streaming. If I have an audio issue or a camera issue, I could either end my stream completely, which would be very dissatisfying to my clients and the potential clients that are viewing our stream, or I can deal with that. I've had lighting fall on top of me in the middle of a blowjob. I've had my camera fall over and point at my toes while I'm getting fucked. Technical issues happen. I just wish we could have seen the whole shower scene, Nightingale.
It was. Do you still have the 5-minute footage? Somewhere? Possibly. You have my Skype video. He did video me playing with myself on Skype once, which I've watched that video. That's pretty hot, except my hair looks horrible in it.
Yeah, a lot of models start to feel a little self-conscious about their appearances. And I try to teach the models with flirtywork.com, at least, that it's really not that important. They're looking at your pussy.
Right.
But there's also a lot of men that come in and are a little bit worried about their cock size. So, I don't know, do you think that would be an issue for most men, KingHulk?
Definitely.
Yeah, I think our culture puts a lot of focus on penis size, and unfortunately for them, they sometimes will let that hold them back from trying to be a webcam model. But one thing to remember if you're male and you're interested in webcam modeling is that there is a market for you. There's a fetish called small dick humiliation. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh yeah, I have. King sweating over there. I love you.
Sure you do.
So small penis humiliation, or SPH, is when a female model or a male model will degrade and demean someone based on their cock size. And then you've got the opposite.
That's just not cool.
Then you've got cock worship. So, there's a full spectrum. I like to tell people, if you're curious about webcam modeling and you're a kinkster or a fetishist, try it. The worst thing that's going to happen is you don't like it and you don't do it again. But the best thing that's going to happen is you make a ton of money.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for money schemes. And thus there's FetCast.
Right before the interview, we were on Flirty Work, just kind of hopping around, looking at some of the models. And Nightingale was commenting that, she feels a little self-conscious because she doesn't feel as if she's,
Call
hot
me
enough.
Out. Yeah, that's it.
I'm calling you out. Sure. And I was trying to comfort you and tell you that you would do great, I believe.
I think once I got behind a camera and started, I would just kind of forget everything and forget there is a camera and just go for it.
Forget the thousands of people watching.
Exactly.
Oh, thousands, honey. No. Millions. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Although our sites like flirtylivecamgirls.com and our network partners do receive millions of traffic, you can also block it with geographic restrictions, so people from your state can't access your live stream when you're in privates and paid chats. So you can kind of, keep the people in your area away from that.
So all the states my family live in, I'll block them and then just go for
it.
Right.
Go to town. I think that what you're expressing, KingHulk, that maybe Nightingale has a little bit of an insecurity, I think that's natural in every person that begins cam modeling. Whether they're male or they're female, it doesn't really matter. I think it's in every single one of us when we start is, are people going to like me? Am I thin enough? Am I big enough? Is my cock large enough? Are my muscles big enough? Are my breasts the right size? Is my hair dyed right? Is my makeup on right? Are my eyeliners matching? Those are very natural things to feel when you start cam modeling. And what I would tell you is just jump in and see what it feels like, because it won't matter in 15 minutes.
And really, that's just life in general is... You're out in public and you're like, how do I look? Do I have something on me? People are staring at me. Oh, wait, that's right. My hair's purple. That's why they're staring at me.
KingHulk is looking at that girl's ass again.
Oh, see, I'd be checking out the guy. King, did you see that?
Good look. Good eye.
Yep.
I think it's it's interesting to find how many people are actually insecure with themselves. And, I have really drop-dead gorgeous women and men, very sexy, muscular, like what our society tells us men and women who are attractive should look like. Sign up and log in to perform. They'll be in paid show after paid show after paid show, and people are worshiping their bodies. And these models come to me and they're like, I just feel so fat. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You just made $300 in an hour. Like, what?
And it's
Wait, in an hour?
And
I think I might sign up.
And it's sad. That's because of the way society puts such pressures on us to look our best and be our best, that it just eats away at the back of our brain. You have that little voice going, you don't look good enough.
Yes.
And it's just everyone. Doesn't matter who you are.
I think it doesn't really matter whether your orientation, your gender, it really doesn't matter. We are bombarded by society. I make a living being the feminine bombshell that society expects me to be, but I'm actually the dude of my house according to mainstream standards. I do the handyman work, I pay the bills, I do the lawns. My boyfriend and my husband pitch in, but what people think I am is Miss AnniKa, that beautiful feminine rock star, not so much the case. You're right. Society does give us a impression of what we should be. And I think that cam modeling broke a lot of those molds for me. I started to realize that I'm a BBW. I am curvy, voluptuous, and sexy as fuck. And people are willing to pay me for that. But before I started cam modeling, I was really insecure about my curves, and I couldn't even look at my belly in the mirror. And now I dance around and play with it all day.
Awesome.
And you're actually up for an award, are you not?
I am. I'm so very honored and excited that I was nominated for Top Live BBW Cam Model this year by the Adult Webcam Awards. So I'll be going down to Las Vegas in January. It will be the event coincides with AVN. And I'm super excited for that as a cam model to be honored with a nomination after just 2 or 3 years of camming. And then on top of that, Flirty Work was nominated for Best Live Studio or Agent. And I'm super excited to be nominated for Flirty Work because that has been my passion for a couple of years now.
That's awesome.
So how long has Flirty Work been around?
I've been coaching and helping models without the brand name for over a year. I actually started the website in April of 2015 so that we had a place to put all of the advice and tips I was sharing with models. To my surprise, people really like the content that we generate, and so we started getting more coaches, and we started helping more models, and it's just kind of compounded from there. It's just growing so fast. To be nominated for an award is very exciting because out of a global market of studios and agents, the AdultWebcamAwards.com chose only 10 agencies. And for Flirty Work to be chosen as one after such a short tenure in the industry is such an honor. To be recognized as a quality service to cam models is just so amazing. I'm really grateful.
Well, we're definitely voting for you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, anybody that wants to vote for Flirty Work, it's a vote-based system. You can go to vote.flirtywork.com, and every vote helps.
So did you hear that, listeners? Every vote counts, so go vote for them.
And I would love to hear from your listeners. Anybody that's really curious about webcam modeling, maybe they're on the fence like you, Nightingale, this sexy shower bombshell who's just not quite got the guts yet. That's okay. Come talk to us at flirtywork.com. We have live coaches that chat with you. It's a live chat session. It's in person. We answer your questions as they come up. And if you want to try it, we'll help you with an application. And if you don't want to try it, that's okay too. It's always nice to shoot the breeze.
Nightingale's over there giving it thumbs up, looking for permission.
I love how your BDSM dynamics are peeking out in this conversation.
Well, earlier, my mom came home and I was like, Mama, would you be, how would you feel if I did this? And she never actually did give me an answer, did she? She just kind of avoided the question and went, what's for dinner?
I think the fact that you were able to have that dialogue is pretty cool. A lot of models hide this from their families, and they're a little bit worried about being outed as a cam model, a kinkster, or a fetish player. And so we make sure that Flirty Work, while that is our primary brand, we do have a parent company that cuts the check, which is private and discreet. So if you live at home and your mom maybe doesn't want to know that you're naughty on the side for money, it's really discreet for the models.
That's awesome.
Yeah, not everybody gets that dialogue like you do. You should count your blessings.
Oh, I do all the time.
On average, how many hours a week would you say you put into all your Flirty work?
Well, I do a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff on Flirty Work, like writing articles, answering coaching tickets. I put most of my time in on Flirty Work, unpaid, because I understand that that's a business that, as it grows, is going to help support my household. And then I cam when I feel like it and when I run out of money. So I would say on average, I probably put in about 8 to 10 hours a day on Flirty Work and cam modeling in combination, usually only maybe 2 hours a day as a cam model. So I do a good full day's work as a coach and cam model every day.
So how often would you say like a noob to the whole industry should start out doing?
I think a new person who is just getting into cam modeling should commit to 20 minutes per day, at least 5 days per week. 20 minutes per day doesn't sound like that much, but when you have stage fright, that 20 minutes is very scary.
It turns into a lifetime.
The reason I recommend 20 minutes per day is if you can overcome stage fright, which is a normal and very natural human response to any stimulus that might end up in something new or different. You get these endorphins and adrenaline that run through your body because you don't know if what you are going to do is going to be safe. And that's what athletes and performers are up against. You get that rush, and it's natural. It's part of the human experience. If you can overcome that stage fright just to log in and you show up for a committed 20 minutes, you're past the stage fright, and then most models end up staying on for an hour or longer.
Awesome.
She is over on the other side of the table mouthing that she's going to be doing it.
Oh, interesting. I just got a new email. I wonder who that is.
What?
I think that any model that puts in 20 minutes a day and can commit 5 days a week, that's way less than part-time hours, right?
Yeah.
But it pays off because that 20 minutes a day at a consistent period of time, like at 6 p.m. your time every day, those people are coming home from work and they see your face every day. And it builds familiarity. It builds brand familiarity for your screen name. And eventually they work you into their budget as part of their day. For example, I'm female, generally marketing to a male client base. They budget into their monthly finances a morning wink and an evening wink. Every morning they jerk it and every night before bed. And that's why I recommend 20 minutes at a consistent time slot a day, because it might not be nighttime where you're at in your town, but it probably is in Australia. And there are people from all over the world. So if you can nail 20 minutes one time, you can do it 5 days a week.
I think after the show, I might go take a shower. I have a portable webcam.
Just as long as you write FetCast over your body somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
FetCast on webcam with Nighttingale. Oh, yeah.
I think that you'll really enjoy it, actually, Nightingale, because, the significance, the feeling of significance that comes from having a podcast or from having a fetish seminar series or from just being a player in the kink scene, that confidence and that feeling of significance is compounded by webcam modeling. I find that people who have pretty good self-esteem have really great self-esteem after they've tried modeling. And people with really shit self-esteem tend to have improved self-esteem after webcam modeling. I'm saying you try it. You go get it.
I might do test footage later.
I'm sure KingHulk will step up to help you with that.
I'm sure he will.
Where's my charger at? Oh, cell phone works.
Cell phone works. Might get wet.
You mentioned Skype earlier, that you had tried doing some naughty Skype sessions.
That was a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty. With Skype, there are some warnings I would give cam models. New cam models into the scene generally tend to go towards high-paying networks that pay high commissions, like 70 or 80% commission. They'll try to pick up Skype shows. They'll try to use PayPal or Amazon gift cards to accept payments, and that is one of the biggest pitfalls of a new model. When you work with a FlirtyWork.com coach, what you find out is that the reason you get paid something like 30% commission is because your coaches and the networks they partner with are finding you good quality traffic that is age verified, and you're not putting yourself at a safety risk. See, because on Skype, you don't really have a way to truly verify the age of the person on the other side of that camera, and you can really get yourself into a lot of trouble. So if you're going to work with Skype, you want to work with somebody like FlirtyWork.com who can make sure that there are verification channels in place to keep you safe. So did you like it? Did you like getting naughty on Skype?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, he did.
What a rush, though. Wasn't it a rush?
It was.
Did you feel like a porn star?
In the other one I'm holding... In the one, I had a webcam. In the other one, the webcam wasn't working. So I was holding my cell phone, with my toes. So I could get a good enough angle so that he could see all of me and I could still see him. So it's this weird, awkward... It's with my feet. I'm holding the camera with my feet.
I imagine you with your iPhone, like, crammed between your big toe in an Indian style. I love it.
Pretty much.
That's part of the reason we recommend models work with coaches, is because that's a learning curve that every new model has to go through. Like, we can teach you the angles, we can teach you the right equipment to use, we can teach you how to position your camera, or you can stumble through and put your iPhone between your toes.
Yeah.
I love it. It sounds like you already started your webcam modeling career. You've just been working for free.
Only for King.
I'm sure he's your best client.
Yeah. Him and Bambi.
I find it interesting that you two are so open with fetishism and kink and polydynamics. I really love that aspect of your world, and that's part of why I was attracted to FetCast, to talk with you guys. How would you feel if one of your partners got caught watching a webcam model for money? Do you think most clients are open with their spouses about what they do or not?
I would hope so.
I would hope so, but I have a feeling not.
Yeah. I would say, in my experience, it's like 50-50. I think there are a lot of people who use webcam modeling experiences to fulfill an emotional and connection need in their life that they're not getting from their current partners. And then on the other side, you've got people who don't have a partner who really want an emotional or sexual connection need to be fulfilled, but they haven't found someone. So I would say it's probably like half and half in my stream.
And then there's people like me that just,
Do it to get off.
What? Yeah.
I do find it very entertaining when I get couples who come in and they want to pay me to watch them do their dirty. I really enjoy that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right? Best.
Don't they do that? There's plenty of people that will be willing to do that for free for them, but...
Don't do that. Don't promote that.
I'm not promoting that. I'm just saying.
You would think so. But the interesting thing about performing for free is that internet porn is free. You can get a video of anybody fucking. You can get videos and pictures of that all day. That live connection is so amazing for people who don't experience human touch frequently or experience conversations. And where you guys and myself are very open about our fetish and kink lifestyle, obviously with talking to your mama about opening that dialogue, and with I live a poly lifestyle, not a lot of people have that privilege. And so I spend a lot of time just talking one-on-one with lonely people who are curious about themselves and want to explore their own personal kinks.
So when is the convention again in Las Vegas?
It's January 20th and 21st, the days leading up to AVN, and it will be at the Alexis Park Hotel. For more information on attending the Adult Webcam Awards, you can go to adultwebcamawards.com. You can also see our nomination and vote for us at vote.flirtywork.com. I'm so used to saying live.flirtywork.com because I love looking at those dirty models. They're so nasty sometimes. They're really sweet sometimes and cute and adorable, but I just really get off on those hardcore fuck shows, man. They're so fun. I told you my secret.
we were definitely checking out some of them.
You guys are welcome to come keep me company in my stream. I have a lot of fun playing games and entertaining conversation. But you have to identify yourself if you're going to do that. A lot of cam models get caught up in talking to freeloaders, and they don't realize that they're giving away free attention, and by doing that, they're losing potential paid attention. So at flirtywork.com, we teach the models how to identify potential paid clients versus the people who are there to manipulate you, hold your attention, and waste your time intentionally. There's actually kind of how you get trolls in forums and gaming communities. We call them freeloaders or time wasters in the webcam industry. That is their fetish. That is their kink. How long can I get this girl to pay attention to me, and what can I get her to do for free? That's their kink, and that's what they do every day and every night that they're not at their day job. They're manipulating models online.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had no idea that existed until I became a model. But that's part of why we recommend getting a coach if you're a new model, so that we can help teach you these very basic concepts that might take you years to learn on your own.
I didn't know about that, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now you know what to look out for.
Yeah. Right? I love it. I just know that you're going to be the best webcam model ever. It's bound to happen.
You say that now. She's always charming at first, but then you get to know her.
Oh,
and then the brat comes out.
And then
he just got
the brat
back for the one you got him on earlier.
Oh, no, I know how I am. The brat in me finally comes out once I really get comfortable with someone, and then I just become obnoxious. On purpose.
she could probably put on some awesome bratty shows.
Yeah.
Where people ask for one thing and she just
does something
doesn't
completely
do it.
different.
The girl that I actually learned about camming from, she was one of my very best friends. She put on brat shows. Her entire show was to play dolly dress up, where she would jokingly be a brat towards her clients and take on and off her clothes, but not let them see the goods. They could only see her taking off her clothes and putting them on, but never the actual goods. She was so bratty, the brattiest girl I've ever met, and she helped me launch my career. So I love brats.
Yay! More brat love.
More encouraging.
I love it. I remember your FetCast from way back. I don't know, maybe not way back, just a little while ago, where you were talking about hair pulling and punishment versus punishment. I don't get to do real punishment with my clients. It's all punishments. If you really punish someone online, they don't pay you anymore.
Yeah.
I think there are some dominatrixes and dominant males who can pull off actual punishment with their clients. I'm just too sweet and a little too bratty for that.
I think everyone needs to have a little brat in them. Or being a little brat. Being a little brat. There you
go. Now, when does voting close for the awards?
So I would say, if you're going to vote for flirtywork.com, you should go and vote right now. Go to vote.flirtywork.com right now and show your support to help us earn not only the nomination, but actually the award of Best Webcam Agent for 2015. Please go vote, and vote often. From every browser and every device you can get your hands on, and tell all your friends, and you, Nightingale, better tell Mama.
I'll tell Papa. Papa will do it.
Sometimes I worry about how open you are.
Shut up.
That's one thing that I worry about as a cam model, too. I've been modeling going on 3 years now, and I've never been outed unless I chose to bring the conversation up. But my parents don't know that I own a successful business and that I am being nominated for awards as an adult industry model. So I envy how open you are.
Now, this isn't too personal. What do they believe that you do?
They know that I write articles for a living, that I own sex toy websites. For example, I also own ballgagshop.com and petandponyplay.com. So they are aware that I own sex toy stores, write articles, and I do business consulting on the internet. So everything they know about me is technically true. I just leave out the adult industry part of that. And I made a cute little blog with my real name, and so if they ever are curious about my work, they can see whatever my most recent article is. I feel so sneaky. But I think a lot of models really do not want to share this side of their life. It's a very private industry, and a lot of models have a hard time finding good coaches and good support because it's so private. It's also very competitive. So I understand that there's a lot of money on the internet in the adult industry. I do run sex toy web stores, and I do cam model. It is competitive, but I don't mind sharing because the more the money the models make, the more money I make. And also, it doesn't matter if I had every model under the planet in my studio, there would still be more porn consumers than I could handle. There is so much money on the internet, there is no reason why you can't have a piece of it too. And that's why I share this knowledge.
We were talking earlier, I'm pretty sure the whole of the internet is just porn. In one way, shape, or form, the whole internet is porn.
Well, I think pornography, I hate to say it, but I think pornography is a part of our human culture. And it's a part that we shame. A lot of webcam models are not open about who they are and what they do because slut shaming exists in our society, especially in the United States. I'm not a slut. I don't have sex with anybody. I don't have STDs. I don't freely give my time and attention to people and to build my self-esteem or because I feel obligated. I do it because I enjoy it. And a lot of models keep this part of their life private because slut shaming exists, and it really is a real problem that we should be aware of. And when you hear it, I think you should stand up for it.
I always do. At my vanilla work, someone mentioned it and I went off on them, and they weren't expecting it to come from me because I'm a completely different person when I'm at vanilla job.
Yeah.
So when this came out of my mouth, they were like, we're never going to do that again in front of you. We apologize. Yeah, you shouldn't.
But
I actually think
they said in front of you. You see?
Mm-hmm.
You see the problem with this? Our society is
Right.
taught that it's okay to tell racist jokes, to tell sexist jokes. It's okay to talk about dirty slut jokes, as long as nobody who will not like it hears you.
Exactly. And I actually think it was last week's we talked about slut shaming. Last week's or the week before? I've talked about this on the show before because I'm on Tumblr too much. And they talk about it on there all the time between people who are homophobic, people who are against different styles of lifestyles or anything like that. They just, everyone hates on something. Yep. And it's usually just sex.
Well, the thing I find very interesting is that people will talk about cam models as slutty or like that's such a degrading job, but guess who's paying me? Right? The people who are consuming
all the perverts.
Porn, right?
Exactly.
A lot of the consumers of porn eventually grow bored of their particular fetish. And then they start to explore different types of pornography niches. And when they get bored with the images, they start to look for videos of that niche. And then when they get bored of that, they click the live cam sex. And they start to explore their very particular fetish with one individual cam model who is open enough and welcoming enough that that person feels safe telling them what their fetish is. Mm. Every sissification and feminization bottom that I have think that they are the only one on the planet.
Right.
And so it's natural. People will go and experience this awesome sexual imagination, this sexual feeling, and then they're so critical of it in public because they want to hide their dirty little secret.
Right, especially sissies, because men should be these big, strong protectors that, you know, nothing can hurt me.
Oh, very much. I actually do. My particular niche is jack-off instructions. And sissification, cum-eating instructions, and small dick humiliation are my 3 top add-ons to the jack-off instruction show. When I do a show with a sissification bottom, they are generally a very brute man who is very masculine, who is very likely to have a beard. If they don't have a beard, they're very clean cut with a really nice haircut and a very wealthy clothing style and accessories. These are, again, I have male clients. I'm sure there are females out there, but these are men who have a lot of power, who are playing their role in society, who are talking shit on sluts when they're around the campfire or around the garage or at their office, who come home and secretly dress in stockings and nylons and pay $7.99 a minute to feel safe doing it.
Right.
You nailed it, Nightingale. You nailed it.
And you also happen to nail a description of me right now, so.
He's got this full beard and hair, and you're describing it, and he's like, wait, no, not me. Not me. The brat grin on me is just going wider and wider.
I can see the little hamster there thinking.
Well, I really would like to have a chance to meet people. On the second day of the event at the Adult Webcam Awards, I will be available to meet people in person. So if you want to come to the event but you don't want to pay for the entire conference, for a few $20 bills, you can get in and come meet me in person. Pick my brain about cam modeling. Meet me and talk dirty. I love that kind of stuff. Or talk a little bit more about what it's like to become a cam model. And if you don't really want to meet in person or you're not going to be in Las Vegas, come chat with me. We monitor our chat sessions. Our coaches are available anytime we're not sleeping to make sure that we're there to help people overcome their fear of becoming authentic and being their own unique self on camera for money.
Awesome.
Well, I gotta say, it has been great having you on the show.
Thank you very much, KingHulk. All I know is that since I found webcam modeling, I live a more authentic life than I ever have. I get to be myself every moment that I show up to my stream. And once I overcame that feeling of having to be a rock star or a porn star, and I just became authentic, that's when the money started coming in. And I wish I had a coach when I started, because it would have boosted my income and helped my career go so much faster. So I'm really glad that we have the opportunity to provide this service to new cam models and really help them understand how to play safe, how to play with big network partners, and how to really harness the millions of visitors that want to consume live webcam pornography. I really appreciate your time, guys. Thank you so much for having me on.
Not at all.
Thank you.
And anyone that's interested, check out flirtywork.com, whether you want to be a model or look at some gorgeous models.
Talk to him.
So that was a good interview, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
Went well.
We have no
Surprisingly.
clue. We haven't recorded it yet. We're just recording the outro before we finish the show.
Don't let them know.
I'm breaking the illusion.
Knock, knock. Who is it? The illusion. It's not there. So as always, this has been Nightingale, the Brat.
This has been KingHulk. Until next time, stay kinky. Woo-wee, that was a good interview, wasn't it? Why are you shaking your head like that?
By Jove, you got it. That was a so good interview.
No, I was thinking more of Mr. Poopy Butthole. Woo-wee, that was a good finale, wasn't it? What's gonna happen? I don't know.
All right, stop.
What do you
I
think's
want
gonna
to
happen?
lead back in. You made me lose it with your goddamn Mr. Poopy Butthole shit. Fuck.
Ooh, that was a good interview, wasn't
Stop
it?
it!
Ooh.
I'm gonna chuck my goddamn bottle of water at you. Give me a second. That's my mom. Sorry,
You okay?
I've been holding that cough in.
Here, have some water. I can cut this out.
I wish I could say I can cut this out on my stream all the time. Do you know what I
See, that
do?
would bug me.
If I have to cough or sneeze or I fart accidentally on camera, I just look straight into the camera and I say, "Oops, you owe me $5.99." I really like that.
Yeah, we were joking around earlier about, we've been doing audio podcasts and recording them. We could never do a video podcast because of how much I cut out.
Wouldn't be able to really cut it.
Like, it would just be jump cuts all over the place for always having to cut out all her. But,
We cut from a picture of her with her iPhone between her toes to a pen in her mouth. I love it.
And that's the show.